So hello everyone and welcome back to another video of ICP5 coding. So in this video it's going to be a continuation of my series on p5.js tutorials. And this is going to be a follow-up of the third video in which I talked about variables and conditioning. So make sure to watch that video. And in this video I'm going to basically talk about the and or operators, logical operators of these statements. How can you use nested if statements, and when you look at different types of examples we can clear our concept. So there I go, we have this blank canvas and this is my ready reference code which I've got here. So let us have a bit revision of what we had learned about variables and conditioning in the third video. Okay, so the if statements, as we had talked in that video, so if statements are statements which control the logistics of the program and decide which portion of the code to run when the certain requirements are actually fulfilled. So this is the syntax of the if statements. So as you can see, so we start with the keyword if, then in the parentheses we write our condition, and then if that condition is fulfilled we tell that we write a set of code and that is going to be executed. And if we have another second condition, we write that using the else if keyword, then we do something else, and this process continues and continues as many conditions do you want to have. So this continues like this and we go to condition number n, like similarly then also we will do something, and ultimately after all these series of conditions are over we use the last keyword which is called the else, which means in all other cases we want to do something. This is the syntax of a one conditional if statement. Now what is a one conditional if statement? So that is an if statement sequence which deals with only one particular condition, like a particular number. We are checking if this number is 10 or 20. So it deals with only a single number. So the one conditional if statement deal with only a single aspect or single entity. Now in this video, we will talk about something called, there we go, just a second. So we're going to talk about something called nested if statements and combined if statements. So this combined if statements is actually my own naming, so you could look for a better name for this. But yeah, these two types of if statements. So let's say for the example, let's have a simple example, and let's say that there we go. So let's say I want to have an example in which I will check three numbers a, b and c. So if a is the greatest, I will do something. If b is the greatest, I will do something, and if c is the greatest, I will do something. This is similar to my previous example where I deal with two numbers. So let's head forward to the code. Okay, so here we have the code. So as I said, for this we will require three variables, let a, let b, and this variable naming I've talked about in my variables and conditions video. So you should obviously see that. So I have here got three variables, and let's say I'm starting with a is equal to some number, let's say 2, b equal to some number, b equal to some number 5, and c equal to some number 3, let's say, for the starting purpose. Now in the function draw I need to have my if statements. So what are the if statements going to say? So the if statements, okay, what did I do? Yeah, so the if statements are going to say if, so this is the syntax. So first I need to check if a is, okay, so I am actually starting with this nested if statements in the beginning. So first I will check if a is greater than b. Okay, I will check that. So we are going to do something. We need to check if a is greater than b. Now if this happens, that means b is definitely not my largest number. My a is the largest number, so I'm going to check if a is greater than b. So if this is true, if this condition is satisfied, then I'm going to check if a is also greater than c. I'm going to check that. And then if this also happens, so if this is true as well, then A is already greater than B, then only I have come here and if also A is greater than C, that means A is obviously the largest. So I'm going to get that A is the largest number. So let's implement this here. So I'm going to write in this, I'm going to write if now A is also greater than C, then A is the largest. A is the largest. We are going to apply this somewhere or the other. Now, if this went all right. Now, if this does not happen, let's say A is not greater than C, then we should check if C is greater than A. Then because A is already greater than B, so B is eliminated, and then we get that C is greater than A, so C is the largest. So now I'm going to use my else if keyword. Else if C is greater than A. So this is the basic way for writing nested if statement. That is if statement within a if statement, nested, that is. So in this case, C is the largest. Okay, this is done. So we have got for A and C, we have got the conditions. Now let's see if this does not happen. If this also did not happen, then else if I need to check if B is greater than A. So now see, this is very important. So I'm connecting this else if statement where this particular curly brackets of this if statement are ending. So here I'm checking if B is greater than A. Okay, this is the wrong one. I should not have this. Yeah. So I will check this. Now, if inside this, again I will check if B is greater than, let's say if B is greater than C. Because in this case, A has been eliminated. So here I will check if B is greater than C. And in this case, B is the largest. Okay. And again, if I write else if here, we're doing the similar thing. Else if C here is greater than B, then C is the largest. Okay. So we have got the exact logics of the code well done. Now how could we visualize this? So let's say I'm drawing a rectangle and I'm drawing a circle actually. Okay, actually that's an ellipse. I'm drawing an ellipse and the width divided by 2 is the middle portion, height divided by 2, and diameter 30 and 30. Not 30, I want a better visualization, 100. So if I now go to my code, I think, okay, I've got a circle in the middle, still nothing is happening. So now I will also similarly change my colors. So let me just say let R for the colors, let RGB. So let R, G and let B. So let me have these. Okay, B I already have, so I need to have a capital B over here. So let these variables be there. Now I'm initially going to set all these variables to 0. Okay, this is G equal to 0. Okay, there we go. And here I'm going to fill. Why this file list shows every time? Okay, this is the sequence and I should get black here, yeah. And I'm going to add stroke, no stroke. I mean, I do not want any outline over here. So this is what I've got. Now let's say if A is greater than B. So I'm going to have my logics over here. A stands for red, B stands for green, and C stands for blue. Let's have this logic here. So if A is proved to be the largest, if A got proved to be the largest, I should set, okay, A is for red, right? So I should set my R to 255. I should set my R to 255. If C is the largest, I should set my B to be 255, right? And if B is the largest, okay, if B is the largest, then my G should be 255, because then I want the green value to be the highest to show the green color in itself. And if C is the largest, I want B again. So now in this moment I'm changing the color of my rectangle, of my ellipse, according to the ABC values. And if I run this program, you can see a green color because B here is the largest, so it is working. So now let's test if everything is working, and for that I'm going to use my console here, and let's just set A to 10. Wait. Okay. The thing is, because the R has been set to 255. The R has been set, the B here, the G was already set to, okay, oh my god. Okay, so G was already set to 255. And here the R also got set to 255, so I got a yellow color. So here I need to have all the others as 0. All the others need to be set back to 0 in all the other cases. Okay, here this is a shutter. This is actually the solution for this. So all the other colors in the other cases should always be 0. So here the G should be 0. Okay, let's just copy this again. Let me paste this here. Okay, there we go. And for this, my R should be 0 and my B should be 0 as well. So now let's run this again. So initially B was greater, so is this is a blue green color. If I set my A to 10, it's red. If I set my C to 15, if I set my C to 15, it should be blue. There we go. But if I set my red again to 20, it's going to be green. Okay. Oh, okay. There's nothing called R, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing called R. So I should have a B. I should have my B set to 20 now. What am I doing? Okay, 20 here. It's green again. And now, so you can see that this series of if statements, this nested if statement structure actually is working, and it is it's actually calculating which number is the greatest. Now, here we go. So there is another simple way. This was a nested if statement, but if we are using the combined if statement structure, there's another simpler way to attempt this. I could just say, forget all this. Forget all this code. Yeah, just my mouse is actually not working today. Yeah, so yes, my mouse is not working. So forget everything. Forget everything. I'm going to go back to my black color here. Yeah. So if now this is the combined if statement structure is. So I'm going to write two conditions in a single if statement using the logical operators. So we need to know what the logical operators are. So first one is the AND, which is represented by this AND sign. This is the representation. This is represented by this AND sign. There we go. And we've got the OR operator, which is represented by these lines. So you can find this keys there. So if I show you, if you see, I have a QWERTY keyboard. So QWERTY, then UIOP, then is a third curly, is the slash, is at the top of the slash, this keyword, and this AND is at the top of this number 7. So these are the keywords. So what do these do? So AND means when I combine two conditions together using AND, so the if statement will get executed only when both the conditions are satisfied. And if I am using the OR operator between the two conditions, and if any one of the conditions gets satisfied, the program will execute. You must have got everything all in your head. So let's just understand this. So I've got A greater than B. So now I will use my logical operator, and I will say if A is also greater than C. So if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then A is the largest. It is greater than both. A is the largest. Else if, then I'm going to straight away go to else if. Else if B is greater than A, oh my, okay, B, this little b is greater than A, and this is the AND operator I'm using, and B is also greater than C, then, okay, B is the largest. I'm not writing it anymore. B is the largest. And if else if, this is this, now, this you can also use else, I guess. You could use that, but for now I'm going to use it with else if only. If C greater than C is greater than A, why is it dot? Okay, C greater than A, the AND operator, and C is greater than B. I'm happy. Then C. C is my largest. So in this case, what I was doing, so if A is the largest, so R should be 255, G should be 0, and capital B should be 0 as well. So I will copy this and I will tell you why. Okay, now if B is the largest, I want to show the green color. So I want to show the green color. So my G should be 255 and all the others should be 0. And if C is the largest, then I'm going to show blue as the dominating color, as a blue color, and this is going to work. So this is a very simple structure, if you can see, and my indentations are too poor. So let me just indent it properly, everything there, okay. Just a minute. I'm actually adjusting my indentations, yeah. So this is a very simple way. And if I just go to the code, if I go to the output screen, the same thing is going to work. You can see that everything is going to work in the okay in the wait yeah in the similar way, yeah. So you can see that colors are still changing. So this is a simple way in which you can adjust the combined if statements and the nested if statements. Okay, so should we do one more thing? I'm just thinking, could we also say complex condition in which three of the numbers are equal? Okay, else if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, because then C is also is going to be equal to A. So let's say if all the three are equal, I'm going to set all of these 2255. So should this not work? Okay. So let's set R2. Let's say A to 1. Let's set A to 1, B to 1, C to 1. We saw the white color, right? So this is another condition we had added, that if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, we want to do this. Now let's say more possibilities come actually with this. Let's say if A is equal to B, A is equal to B, but they are not equal to C. Let's say else if I actually love these things. If A is equal to B and oh what yeah and A is not, oh, this is the not operator. The exclamation mark, then the equal to, this means a not operator. If it is not equal to C, then A stands for red, B stands for green. So both of these, so the red and green, both of these will show 255, but the blue color will be 0. Else if, another else condition. Now else if in this case B is equal to C, but B is not equal to A, because I am not using third condition, because if B is equal to C then and B is not equal to A, then automatically C also will not be equal to A. Then again red will be, blue is red, A is red, yeah. So A is equal to B, yeah, A is nowhere. So this will be 0. This will be 255. This will be 255. And lastly, in all the other cases, because only one case now remains, that A is equal to C, but they are not equal to B. And else in the other case, then and the last I used the else statement. Then in this case, I will have R and B, but I will not have green value. Okay. A is 1, B is 1, C is 1. I saw white. Now let me set C to 2. Oh, the thing is, okay, I should remove this. I should remove this, because this is violating that as well. So I cannot have both together. That is violating this. So let's start with this simple condition. Okay, and else then, because that is equal to C, and then here in the other case I need to write E is equal to C and C is equal A. So this is a third possibility, and else in all the other cases, I mean, if they are totally different, if three of them are totally different, then R is equal to 0, then I will show the black color. Then let's do this. Then I should start with black, and let's now have A equal to 1, B equal to 1, and according to my calculation, A and B, they should show yellow color. Yes. Now if I set B to 2, it's going to be black again. And if C is now 1, it should show the pink color. Yes. And if C is 2 as well, it should show the sky blue color. Okay, C is 2, B is 2. Okay, sky blue color, I can see. And if all of them, if now A is also 2, then I will show why, because all of them are equal. So this was a simple understanding for the if else combined and nested statement. Again. So that's it everyone for this video, and thank you for watching. We will, in the next video, I'm going to talk about switch statements, and I'm going to talk about moving elements on your screen using your key buttons. So till then,